Hello guys, it's been a long time. I hope you're doing well. So finally I'm filming a vlog with all the updates from my life, and in this vlog I'll be talking about my Erasmus application, and this time I want to go to Sweden on my Erasmus mobility. So now I'm doing all of the things connected with the application and stuff. If you're interested, please keep watching. In my university, the deadline for application on English version of university's website, it's 28th of September, and on Latvian version of our website, it's 30th of November. But anyway, when in the middle of September I understood that I would want to go to Sweden for my Erasmus, I was like, okay, I have some time, so I didn't worry at all. But then when I started to choose the university and I checked the list which is available on our website, I found out that the deadline for the receiving university, which is Stockholm University, the deadline for application is the 1st of October. So you can imagine that whole last week I was running here and there all the time to be on time with my application. But the thing is, it didn't work out. Of course, I didn't have enough time to gather all the documents and to get an interview and stuff, but I contacted Stockholm University and they were ready to wait for me and my documents. So the steps in this Erasmus mobility application are the following. So you first need to get the documents. For my university, the documents are the following. The motivation letter, you are describing what you are, why you want to go to this particular university. So it's like a typical motivation letter. I think no one actually reads it in our university, but we'll see. So this is the first thing. Then another thing is the special application, which is usually sent out by your university. I'm not sure if they are universal or whatever, but again, if you want to take part in Erasmus, then I think your international office should know all of these things. And then the final thing, which is a little bit more complicated, is called learning agreement. You have to fill in the information about responsible people in your university, in receiving university, your program director, etc. But the main thing, which is full of surprises usually, is the list of courses you are going to take in the university where you're going, and the list of courses which will be at your university while you will be out there on your Erasmus mobility. For me, I got lucky this time because during next semester we will have an internship, and I'm having my internship now. So I could actually choose any courses which are relatively in my field and which are equivalent to a certain number of credits which you get for attending and passing the exam of a certain course. So this is what I've done today, and the next week will be actually very important because next week my university promised at least to organize an interview so that faculties, deans, they would ask me some questions, and then they need to decide whether they let me go to Sweden or not. Here are first two of my courses. The first one is called Media and Politics in a Globalizing World. The next one, Baltic History of Literature and Cultural History. Well, it's connected with culture, so it still works for me, I guess. Then the last two is Intercultural Pragmatics and Languages for a Specific Purpose, Theory and Practice. I'm actually super excited about these courses because the description, like presentation of these courses, they were like really matching what I want to learn and what my program is about. I'm sure those will be great for me. It's the next day. Yesterday I just got lost and didn't film anything else. Today it will be a little bit more interesting. I want to cook Chinese noodle. So now I need to go to the store to get some noodles and to get some other ingredients. So if you want to know another very easy recipe for your lunch, then keep watching. Yeah, so this noodle will be with fried eggs and with tomato. So if you like these ingredients, you will love this recipe, that's for sure. I look like somebody's granddad, especially my socks and Crocs. Rhymes. Elevator of our university, you can see that there are many announcements of different stuff most of it in Latvian, so I don't really go there, so yeah. Every time I go out wearing this jacket, everybody stares at me, and I don't know why. Because it's ugly or because it's beautiful. Let me know in the comments below. So this is what I've bought. 4 packs of this noodle. You can choose any Asian style instant noodles you like. Teriyaki sauce, cheese, tomatoes, cheesy sauce. I will not need milk and this sauce. Maybe I will add some cheese because I just love cheese. But other than that, you will need tomatoes, instant noodles, any Asian sauce like teriyaki or soy sauce, and eggs. For everything except this cheesy sauce, I paid 10 euros. So these are the prices in this grocery store in Latvia. So in order to cook one portion of these noodles, you just need 1 tomato, 2 eggs, 1 or 2 packs of instant noodles. You can make it like a soup, noodles with soup, and you can make it without soup. I think today I will make it without the soup. So you just cut these tomatoes in any form you like. This is a very chill recipe. I mean, like, you can cut it anyhow you like. So actually I quite often see like this ramen noodles in all the shops, I guess. The thing is that originally this noodle comes from China, and only then it immigrated, we can say, to Korea, to Japan, where they changed the recipe and they have their local recipes now. The thing is that when you buy this instant noodles in the shops, and you can see that the noodle is made in any non-Asian country, most probably it won't be the noodle. It won't be the Asian noodle, you know. Even this one, I bought specifically this one this time because I wanted it to be, you know, less spicy maybe, and it's less expensive than the Korean ones we can buy in other shops, but they are far away from the original like taste of real instant Asian noodles. I love instant noodles. When I lived in China, I ate them very often, and the thing is that in China those instant noodles, they have a better quality. They have a base for soup, and you can see how fat it is. So it's not a powder like in most other instant noodles, but it was like a fat mixed with some, I don't know, some spices and stuff, and it's so tasty. I think I've never tried a tasty instant noodles but in China. So yeah, try to find the ones made in an Asian country, then you would have a chance to taste at least something close to the noodles you can taste in Asian countries. It's important to cook noodles without any seasonings for now. We just need some boiled noodles, that's it. That's our goal. But make sure that they are not overboiled, because in this case they won't be that tasty. Yeah, so I cut my tomatoes. You have to fry tomatoes and eggs separately. So first you fry tomatoes, for example, and you have to have a separate plate to get out the tomatoes, and then you cook an omelette. But you have to mix the omelette all the time so that it's not like, you know, it doesn't have this pancake form, round form, but it's like in pieces, we can say. And then you add tomatoes and you add any Asian sauce you have. For me it's teriyaki sauce, and you mix it well until it's done. So it's like, you know, like 2-3 minutes, not more. It's cooked very fast. I love this recipe. And then we continue with noodles. So that's what I got. I added one full pack of seasoning and another one is just a half. So if you have a different taste, just try it while you cook it and you will understand when it's enough for you. So if you cook it, let me know in the comments below whether you like it or not, and bon appetit. The last thing I showed you was running. I want to talk about it a little bit more, but let me, I guess, turn off my computer because it's noisy. So the thing is about the running, that I've been running, I think, since school, and during school days for me it was a way to escape the reality, because I remember that I started to actively run like every day during the exam session, like the final exam session when you have before you graduate from your school. During all these years, I graduated from school I think 6 years ago, 6 or 7, something like that. Oh my god, I feel super old. No offense to anybody else, this is just how I feel. During all of these years, I was like running from time to time, and for some time it was regular, for some time it was not, and now I finally bought the sneakers which are perfect for me, like running sneakers, and now I created a schedule in order to prepare for 10 kilometers run. I think I've been preparing for the last 2 weeks, and I have I think around 2 weeks more. And since the marathon season is coming to an end and I don't have any options like to go and run those 10 kilometers in marathon, I think I will do it myself, and I have this goal like next year to run 10 kilometers in marathon and as a part of marathon, and I want to try to prepare for half marathon because during those trainings for the past 2 weeks I understood that all of the limitations are now ahead, and physical health is as important as mental health, and if you want to achieve bigger bigger results and bigger goals, you have to train your mind to it as well, because while your body is capable of doing anything, your mind can be the only limit. And this is what I understood while preparing, because I improved my pace a lot, and I'm really proud of myself. And when running and doing other stuff, I try not to compare myself to others, because there are plenty of people who run faster than me who have better results. But if you compare yourself only to yourself, this is how you see the progress, and this is a good thing to do for your mental health as well. And the last thing for today which I wanted to show you is how I decorated my room. For me, Halloween, it was always something distant, because, well, I come from Russia, I remind you, and all of it is not very popular in Russia. We do not have a similar holiday, but we kind of do, or used to do, the same things during Christmas. Like, you also had to dress like something scary and go to people into their houses to ask for money or for sweets. So that's the only similar thing we have, but it's not very modern, so modern children don't do that even now. So we don't have anything similar, but again, with the globalization and American culture popularization, whatever, you understood me. Like, of course, this Halloween thing became a thing, yeah. And for me, it was always, something like mysterious and distant. I wanted to visit a place where people really celebrate Halloween, not only like pretend to. Yeah, and last year and this year I decided to decorate my room because I just wanted to, and I've never had it before in my life. So I do not have like many decorations. I just have some lights and extra things, but nothing more, so don't expect to see like a wow effect. No, this is just what I do for myself to be in a mood, because you know, when the fall comes and it's getting like closer to winter, you start to have those gloomy moods and stuff like that, and I decided that in order to avoid, or to try to avoid it, I would like to surround myself with a great thing. So let's see. Guys, from the next day, unfortunately I'm not bringing super positive news, because I just got an email from my university that they couldn't arrange an interview for me this week, but they still ask me to bring the documents because they can come up with something. But another thing is that the final document I need to get to them is a learning agreement, and this learning agreement has to be signed by your program director. And my program director was supposed to be at the university nearly 2 hours ago, and she was supposed to send me a message that, hello, I'm here, you can bring me your doc to sign. But the thing is that she hasn't written anything. I sent her a message like 10-15 minutes ago, and she's not answering. So that's another thing. No, I'm not surprised, because this is how it works at my university all the time. But I mean, I'm just tired. But again, first I need to get my documents to stay in Latvia, and I will know about it, I guess, tomorrow. So fingers crossed that it's going to work for us and my husband, because if it's not, it's going to be a disaster. But I try to keep a positive mindset about that. Okay, so good news. I got my documents signed, and they actually managed to appoint an interview for me on Thursday, which gives me a chance to still go on Erasmus next semester. Let's hope. I will contact a responsible person at Stockholm University to tell her that I will have my interview on Thursday, and most probably on Thursday or Friday I'll get my nomination, let's hope. And we'll see what she says. So let's wait tomorrow and after tomorrow, and we'll get more news, I hope. I think it's been 2 weeks since I filmed the last part of this vlog, and I have 2 news. One news is bad and another news is good, and I will start with the bad one so that the good one will seem better. So the bad news is that Latvia didn't give us the documents, and they prolonged the reviewing process of our documents, and they will only give us the answer whether they give us the documents or not on February 3rd, and they asked us to fill the list of questions with such a weird information. I have no idea why they are asking this kind of information. For example, like my tourist habits. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm so pissed. If I had prolonged these documents like 2 months ago, most probably I wouldn't have had any problems with that. But now they are coming up with these crazy changes only because of my passport. I hate this, really. But we still had the good news, and the good news is that, I hope I'm in focus, and the good news is that I was actually on time with my documents to apply for Erasmus, and even if Latvia will not give us the documents to stay here, then we still have a chance to apply for Swedish documents, which will let us stay in Sweden at least
at least until the end of June. So now the most difficult process is to apply for these documents, and again to get them by the beginning of my Erasmus mobility. So yep, now the problem we are facing in this document application process is that in order to apply for this residence permit in Sweden, as for any other residence permits, I think in any other countries, you have to add a bank account confirmation that you have a certain amount of money, so that you are supported during your stay in this country. And the difficult part is that I will have my scholarship. Well, it will not cover all the expenses, and we would still need to find more money to prove that we will be able to survive in Sweden. But the thing is that this scholarship is the most part of this money, or like almost half. No, I think it's more than a half. But okay, so it's the most part of this money, and now the university is telling me that they are not able to provide this document because this document is only signed 30 days before the mobility, and 30 days before the mobility, it's the middle of December. But I don't have a choice. I must apply for these documents now, because otherwise we will not have enough time to get these documents. So I won't be able to go on any Erasmus. So it's crazy. Again, more stressful moments, but at least there is a chance that if Latvia decides not to give us the documents, we will still have a chance to get other documents. So it's like I can call this vlog like an immigrant diary or something like that, because life is getting crazier and crazier every day. But yeah, I'm happy that we have options. We'll see what is going to happen then, because tomorrow I will go to a responsible person at the university to discuss this option with this scholarship document and stuff like that. So stay tuned.